So this is the third installment of project Suzuki Access, and we are going to disassemble the engine in this episode except the crankcase. To remove this plastic cover, you have to unbolt the two bolts and unscrew the two screws. This plastic cover is also known as fan cowling and is used to create a chamber around the engine so that the fresh air compressed by the fan can easily be circulated around the engine and the engine temperature will be maintained. To remove this fan, we need a 14 mm T-spanner and 10 mm T-spanner. You can buy the required tools from BRD Performance. I dropped the link in the description. The main function of this fan is to circulate the cold air around the engine. So now to remove the cooling fan holder, we need a special tool called rotor holder. We have to hold the cooling fan holder with the use of this special tool known as rotor holder and unfasten the 14 mm nut using a 14 mm T-spanner. Now you can easily remove the cooling fan holder. To remove this intake pipe, we need to unbolt the 8 mm bolts using a 8 mm T-spanner, and now our carburetor will also uninstalled with this intake pipe. To remove this another plastic cover, we have to unbolt the 8 mm bolt again using a 8 mm T-spanner. Now we have to remove this cooling fan assembly by unbolting the two 8 mm bolts. We have to remove this air hose and starter motor now. To remove this air hose, we have to unscrew a screw and you can easily take this air hose out. So to remove the starter motor, we have to unbolt the two 8 mm bolts. After removing the bolts, we can easily take out our starter motor from the engine. Now to remove the kick, we need to unbolt this 12 mm bolt using a 12 mm T-spanner. So we have to remove this cover to drain the transmission oil. For this we need to unbolt a 8 mm bolt and remove this nasty cover. Now the army of 7 bolts is holding the transmission cover to the chassis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. After removing the bolts, you can easily remove the transmission cover from the chassis. Now this is our clutch assembly or the driven pulley, and again we need a rotor holder to hold this clutch assembly at a place and open the 17 mm bolt using a 17 mm T-spanner. Now we have to remove this fixed drive from the variator or the driver pulley. To remove the fixed drive, again we need a rotor holder and 17 mm T-spanner. This fixed drive also pulls down the continuous variable transmission. Now you can easily remove the kickstarter, fixed drive, belt as well as the clutch assembly. This is a spacer and a movable drive. This drive used to move according to the speed of engine. 6 rollers are installed in this movable drive and a plate fitted so that the rollers will stay at their place at higher RPMs. This is our oil filter cap, which is attached to the engine using 3 8mm bolts. The main purpose of oil filter is to filter the oil and remove the impurities before circulating it in the engine. It is recommended by the companies to change the oil filter at certain kilometers. This is our oil sump cover. 2 8mm bolts are holding this at its respective place. Now carefully remove the oil sump filter. We need to unfasten the 2 bolts using the Allen key to remove the valve cover. After removing the 2 bolts, we can easily take out the valve cover with our hands. We can clearly see the rocker arm timing chain after removing the valve cover. According to Suzuki, this is known as magneto cover, and a group of 10mm bolts are holding this at its place. After removing these 10 bolts, we can easily take this cover out. So this is our starter coil and pickup coil. This is called shaft and starter idle gear, and they can be removed easily without use of any tool. This is starter clutch gear. Turn this gear in anti-clockwise direction. If it is running smoothly, then it is in great condition and it will not move in clockwise direction. Now you need 27mm and 22mm spanner to remove this magneto. You also need a special tool called magneto puller to remove this magneto. You need another 32mm spanner to hold this magnetic puller at place. Once the magneto is out, you can take the starter idle gear out easily. This is our timing chain, which is used to turn the camshaft. This is for oil pump. This place is acting as a protecting cover for oil pump and is holding the engine with the help of 2 8mm bolts. Now to remove the camshaft gear and decompressor cam assembly, we need to unscrew the 2 bolts using the Allen key. To remove the camshaft retainer, we have to unscrew a screw To remove the rocker arm shaft, you will need the valve cover bolt. Fasten in the rocker arm shaft and pull it outwards. Then rocker arm shaft as well as rocker arm both will come out easily. Now these 4 nuts are holding the cylinder head with the cylinder block. There is a 8 mm bolt upwards the cylinder head. You can easily unbolt that bolt and take the camshaft out from the cylinder head. Now 3 10 mm nuts are holding the cylinder head with the cylinder block. After unfastening the 3 nuts, we can easily separate the cylinder head from cylinder block. Now you can clearly see the black carbon deposit all over the valves. This is because when the fuel burns, it left the carbon deposit on the valves and on the piston. This is your head gasket, and now you can easily remove a cylinder block. So this is our piston. You can clearly see the black carbon deposit all over the piston. Now to remove the oil pump, we have to unscrew the 2 screws, and after that we can take out oil pump and its chain respectively. After this, we can easily remove the timing chain too. If you want to reuse your timing as well as oil pump chain, put both chains in engine oil so they do not corrode. Now we have to unbolt 7 8 mm bolts from left side crankcase. We need a special tool called crankcase separator to separate both crankcase, and unfortunately we don't have one. It will be delivered soon and I will separate the crankcase in next video. Now we have to take the piston out. For that we have to remove the O-ring and take the piston pin out. With the help of a screwdriver you can easily take the O-ring out. To take the piston pin out, you have to slide the piston pin from the other side. So this is the close-up look of carbon deposit on the piston. We have to unbolt this 8 mm bolt to drain the transmission oil out of the transmission before putting it apart. Do not open the transmission case until and unless all the transmission oil drained out. Now 5 8 mm bolts are holding the unity of transmission case. After unbolting the bolts, you can easily take out the transmission case with your hand and you can see the different type of gears working together in it. I hope that you like the video. Please subscribe the channel Like and share the video so that I can create similar type of contents frequently. Thanks for watching the video.